Excuse me. As always, let me know how the volume is. Let me know if I'm sounding okay. Let me know if, let me know if the music's too loud, too quiet, whatever. I want to make sure we're live here, and then I'll address the crazy something or other donation. The oil baron has returned. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're ready. We are building Swoobat today, ladies and gentlemen. It's one I'm really excited about. First, let me acknowledge we got a 20 gift sub donation in the chat from something or other. Thank you very much for the generosity. That's super cool. And yeah, that's almost everyone who was in chat at the time got a gift membership. If you did not get a gift membership, make sure you have accepting gifts on in your YouTube settings. So if and when the oil baron strikes again, you maybe will get that. But anyway, yeah, this is one I'm super excited. Let's talk Swoobat, folks. Let's do it. So this Pokemon, I mean, well, obviously look at this base stat total, 425, right? This is, music might be a little too loud. Okay. We can fix that pretty easily. There we go. Let me know if that's, how's that? Okay. Yeah, so Swoobat is a pretty interesting Pokemon. Its stats are obviously horrible, but it has one good stat, and that is speed. And that singular good stat makes up for all this other garbage you see here. And it has special attack. If its special attack was like 20, that would be pretty horrible too. But yeah, so Swoobat does one thing. It does Simple and Calm Mind. And it does Stored Power. So, for those that don't know, Simple is probably one of the best abilities in the game. And I know I say that a lot, but this really is one of them. When one of this Pokemon's stats changes is raised or lowered, the amount is doubled. So Intimidate is -2 attack, but most significantly, when this thing uses Calm Mind, it gets 2 times special defense and 2 times special attack. When paired with Stored Power, this is pretty crazy, right? Because those 4 boosts that it gets from just 1 Calm Mind is plus 80 base power. So after 1 Calm Mind, you have a 100 base power stored power. And that's 140 if you have a defense boosting item like Key Berry, Grassy Seed, Electric Seed, etc. After 2 Calm Minds, you are now at, especially with that boosting item included, a 220 base power stored power. So this thing is going to be really, really, really strong, basically. It's really, really strong. I like Swoobat's design also, and I think its shiny form is awesome. I really like it. I really like it. I mean, I don't think I've actually had one on a Gen 5 playthrough, but I had one, I think in like a Gen 6 game, actually. I think like someone like traded it to me, and I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. I absolutely loved it. I think Swoobat is just such a hype Pokemon. I really, really like it, and we ran into it on the last stream. We ran into it on the camera up stream. So I just thought, heck yeah, let's try it. Who's going to stop me? Nobody. You can't stop me. You can't stop the bat. You can't stop the bat from swoo batting. And yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So let's just start by talking about some calcs. And there's no set in the builder, which is rough. So let's assume, let's just take a look at like a Mega Scizor. And you guys will see kind of the problem with this Pokemon. So first of all, 0 attack, that's how much Bullet Punch is doing. It's doing a lot. But let's say we got our Berry. And also, well, let's just talk about Swoobat sets first, I guess. Always you run Calm Mind and you run Stored Power. And then next options is basically Stored Power, or excuse me, Hidden Power Fighting, Heat Wave, Roost, Air Slash, Substitute. These are basically your options for Swoobat. I'm thinking our top options are probably Roost, Hidden Power, Fighting, and Sub. I don't really see Heat Wave as being that necessary. Because, like, Steel types, you can just Calm Mind up again and then kill them. I could see Substitute. I really legitimately could see Substitute because I think Status is going to be a major way people deal with Swoobat. But it is not acceptable to not be able to hit Dark types. So you need at least one attack. So it'll probably be basically one of these attacking moves. And then one of these. I think people running Air Slash are, like, tripping. I don't know. This is crazy to me that Air Slash is at almost 50% usage on this Pokemon. I think you're low-key trash if you use Air Slash on Swoobat. Like, what is that actually doing? Like, what is Air Slash? I mean, watch me run into, like, a million scenarios where I wish I had Air Slash. But, like, what are we actually doing with Air Slash? It's not helping you with steals. It's not getting you past King Gambit. It's not getting you past Ting Lu. Like, what is Air Slash doing that Stored Power isn't? I'd really like to know, because it just seems super weird to me. And someone said Z Safeguard. Oh, Z Safeguard apparently doubles your speed with Simple and also protects you from status. Yeah, unfortunately, this is too cheesy. If it boosted defense, if Z Safeguard boosted defense, I'd be so in. But it does not. And oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 50 gift subs from something or other. Someone like Swoobat, it looks like. That is incredibly generous. Thank you so much. No message sent with that. Let's see if something or other says something. You want to say something in chat, something or other? I can read it out. Yeah, that's incredibly generous. Thank you so much. Everybody in chat getting a gift sub. Make sure you've got gifts turned on. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Wow. But yeah, so I should explain. I think something I was saying, if you didn't get one, it's because you didn't want it hard enough. Could be. I like how sometimes like a hater will get a gift sub and then they'll be angry about it. That's really funny. But yeah, so let's take a look at how much this thing's doing after, say, 2 Calm Minds with Stored Power. It'll be +4. Okay, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. If we invested max in special attack, then that would be getting a guaranteed kill. We also might want to invest in HP, though. I'm a little torn on this guy between investing in HP versus special attack. It's hard to say. Like Goldengo, how much are we doing like a Goldengo? That's not bad at all. Yeah, that is not bad at all. Yeah, I'm thinking we probably want to go more bulky on this Swoobat. One thing I also want to check is Urshifu Rapid Strike. No, okay. Jeez. Like, if it's Scarf, can we... I don't think we can even live one with max HP. Actually, no, I think we can. Okay, we can maybe live one. That's kind of tragic. We could also run a little bit of defense. We want to be hitting a certain speed tier, but we can probably... We don't need to be, like, super fast. I'm trying to think how much defense we could possibly drop. We probably want to be outspeeding 350, so that would leave us with... something else I should mention with regards to the bat, the Swoobat. Yeah, there are 3 basically ways you've got to for a defense boosting item. There's Key Berry, raises holder's defense by 1 stage after hit by a physical attack, but this only works if the opponent hits you, right? They've got to hit you first, and taking a physical attack for Swoobat is not fun. So I think people using Key Berry are not using Swoobat right, and they've got to get good. There are basically 2 options. There's Electric Seed, and there's Grassy Seed. So there are essentially 2 approaches here. 2 approaches. One, SD Rillaboom Veil / Screens team. Thank you very much for the $2 donation from Captain Massing. What would it take for you to do an AG stream? Just time, really. It's mostly just time. That there's just not a lot of it. But not much. Like, I'd like to do an Anything Goes stream. It's on the list to do it. But it's just not something I've done. Not something I've really considered recently. But I think I will do an Anything Goes stream at one point. So yeah, one is the SD Rillaboom Veil screens team. And then two is just Light Clay screens Coco plus Swoobat. So these are the two approaches. We might try them both today. Probably we start with Coco, I'm thinking. And then we can kind of see how we feel afterward. But yeah, they're both valid approaches. The thing I do like, I'll say, about the Rillaboom approach is that Rillaboom matches up well into Ting Lu, which is going to be Swoobat's basically worst nightmare. So that is something to consider. Something else I want to check with Swoobat is how we're doing against King Gan. Oh, jeez, that's +2 max HP. That is not good. Okay. Yeah, so let's see how much Hidden Power Fighting is doing. Okay, +4 kills. Does +2 do it? +2 might do it, might not. That's terrifying, dude. Yeah, this EV spread on Swoobat's going to be tough to decide. Someone asked, how cheesy do you feel Swoobat is? Do you think it's actually possible to make a consistent team with it? I think so. I really do. I think this Pokemon has such powerful boosting capabilities that it is possible to make a consistent team with it. I'm not confident in that claim. I wouldn't stake my life or bet any money on that claim. But geez, it's just so strong, so quickly. I feel like it's got potential. Captain Mast, thank you very much for the $2 donation, saying I'll give you $50 if you switch to AG, smiley face. I appreciate it, but that would cause a lot of my audience to leave me, which would not be great. I think OU and NatDex are generally pretty popular formats. I don't think a lot of people would be interested in me doing full-time AG. I think most would just want me to do it for a stream or two. Also, remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. That helps out a lot. Can Swoobat run Taunt to stop Ting Lu from phasing? Yeah, so it does get Taunt, but like I feel like I'd rather just click Substitute, because Ting Lu could just kind of Ruination us over and over again, then we die to a priority move, whereas, I mean, Taunt does stop status a lot of the time as well, which is nice. So I guess I'll kind of add that to the list. Taunt is an option as well. But yeah, the problem is like Ting Lu is taking 0 from this. Like Ting Lu does not care. We set up to +6 on this Swoobat. We're doing like, we still have to hit it with several Hidden Power Fightings. It's so bad. So yeah, Ting Lu is a nightmare. It says, someone said you should check out Z Charm. Lowers the attack by 2, and I'm guessing boosts your defense. Let me look it up. Charm Swoobat. No, because this doesn't deal with status, so I'd rather just run an Electric Seed. It's not worth it. Yeah, no, we're not doing Z Charm. But I appreciate the recommendation. So I'm thinking we start with this, Roost Hidden Power Fighting. I suspect this is the best set, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, we'll just see how often we get status. I'm thinking, here's the theory. The theory is this Swoobat will be really good against kind of more offensive teams. At least the ones that don't have Enershifu Rapid Strike. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the theory pans out. And I'm thinking we do want to go bulky. And let's check this guy. I mean, how common are 350 speed Pokemon in NatDex, really? How often do we actually see these Pokemon around? So let's look at our base 100s here. Let's filter for OU. Just get the most used. OU, we see Diancie. That is kind of one that's nice to outspeed. Latios, Ogerpon. Yeah, these are kind of nice to outpace. And it wouldn't, because we want to be outspeeding stuff like Treads, Chomp. We wouldn't be able to go that much lower anyway. So we probably do go for outspeeding the base 350s. And, okay. There we go. Oh, Z moves don't work with simple. Good to know. I didn't know that, but I guess that makes sense. Simple kind of has a lot of odd interactions like that. So the next thing we could do, we could lower our HP a bit to have higher defense, which I feel like is probably the move. I don't know. I don't know exactly how that would end up working, but let's see if we can do some funky EVing. So if we go like just the maximum set, 248.36. 248.36. Okay, that actually does guaranteed live a Surging Strikes. So that's kind of nice. But I feel like we want to go a little fatter. Because I don't think we'll need the special attack that much. Something or other, thank you very much for the $20 donation. You are so generous today. Thank you. Saying, if Pinka could be bought, we would be running Zard every stream. Yeah, I should do, you know, honestly, even in your honor, I should do another Zard stream soon. I've had this fun idea for a while that I thought would be really cool, is making a hyper offense team with like the same 6 Pokemon and a Charizard, but you don't know if it's a Zard X or a Zard Y, and we could like switch it based in the game to be just like really frustrating for the opponent. I think that'd be pretty sick. So maybe that's something we could try at some point. HP is odd, isn't it? Yeah, HP is odd. Okay. Yeah, so this does guaranteed live Surging Strikes, which is nice. Do we just start with that, or do we EV more to get like get it as low as possible, the damage? I feel like we do. I feel like we really focus on the physical defense here. So maybe we go, so let's see, this is 99.7. What if we went 36 and then 248? See, that's a lot lower. That's 89.7. So let's just write this down. 99.7. 89.7. Is there anywhere in between that's more optimal though? Like if we were to go, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that ends up doing slightly less. So let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's going up. Oh my gosh, $50 donation from Captain's Mask saying, you can't run Calyrex Shadow in this tier. All right, I'm writing down to do an AG stream soon. Someone's been asking me for months. Has it been you? We'll do an AG stream soon. Thank you very much for the donation. That is incredibly generous. Guys, got to stop throwing so much cash at me. I can't build Swoobat here. But that is so wow. That is super generous. Thank you so much. Can't run Calyrex Shadow. That's true. And thank God for Swoobat that we can't run Calyrex Shadow, because bro would be in serious trouble. Dude would be in serious trouble. Let's see. So let's find the exact moment where it kind of crosses over. So it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 89.3. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. 2. 1, 2. 8.1. Okay, so I think then it was. Did I mess it up? 208.76. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2. 89.3. And then 1. 1. Okay. I think the optimal is then 68 and 216. probably not, there's probably a more precise way to do this, but I'm just trying to optimize this thing's defense basically, because I think its defense stat is kind of the only thing that matters. Normally I don't get this wrapped up in the initial set, but I'm just, I think the defense on this guy might be really, really important soon. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Lou, okay, let me read this. Lou Valieres 415. Thank you very much for the 14 bucks, saying, "Yo Pinka, third time able to catch a live, but have watched all of the VOD. You are the GOAT. Good live." Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad you're enjoying the VODs. Ooh, let me actually remind to block PMs and challenges. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad people like those and watch them. Okay, it's time to build. It's time to build the bat. So let's start with, I feel like the grassy terrain approach I feel like it might be better. Oh my gosh. Geez, this is like a crazy amount of donations this stream. Thank you very much. Name in progress for the $20 donation. That's really generous, saying, "Don't tell me what to do." Okay, fair enough, I guess. I'm certainly not complaining. And then we have another crazy something or other going there immediately, right after name in progress with the 50 gifted memberships. That is so generous. Thank you very much. And good heavens, Captain Mast coming in with a $20 donation, saying, "I'll send you a rank 1 AG team you can try out if you're interested." Yeah, definitely feel free to hit me up on Discord. I would much appreciate the inspiration. I usually like to try to build my own teams and kind of go my own way, but I often look at kind of top tier teams in the metagame to get a sense for what that looks like. Yeah, wow. So someone tells something or other, you should buy some merch from my band. Yeah, this is crazy. The donations have been wild. Like, I really want to address the donations and be properly thankful, because it's like really amazingly generous. And then at the same time, it's like, I should build Swoobat probably. Someone watching this VOD's like, "Bro's been talking about donations for like 20 minutes." But yes, Simple is doubling the donations this stream. That's a funny comment there from Kotaro. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Incredible generosity coming here. That's so and oh my gosh, we got a guy named Bryson coming in with the $20 donation, simply saying, "Spide Ops." Guys, thank you so much for the donation. That is incredibly generous. You guys gotta let me build Swoobat though. We gotta build Swoobat. Thank you so much. Yeah, Spide Ops is an absolute legend. We never use Spide Ops on this channel, because frankly, that'd be cheap. You know, I'm about building with creative, kind of lower tier Pokemon, and if I just threw Spide Ops on every team, I mean, it would be too easy. It'd be, frankly, a big cop out. Like you put a Spide Ops and you can make any Pokemon work. Yeah, Spide Ops guy here. Wow. Okay, thank you guys so much. That is incredibly generous. I'm now going to build Swoobat. All right, I'm going to build Swoobat. So, let's see. Do we try? Well, actually, I can just have you guys vote on this. Let's do a quick vote. Actually, I think I can do this on the yeah, let's see. Pull grassy or electric first. Grassy. Elec. Okay, and I guess something I should also say is that there's also option 3, which is actually the kind of, I guess, electric terrain with extender version. I don't think that'll be as good, though. I think Swoobat really needs screens to be up. Yeah, screens plus terrain might be a lot. That's true. Okay, seems like the votes are for grassy, but yeah, votes are generally overwhelmingly in favor of grassy. That being said, I'm kind of thinking, well, something or other with another $20 donation, saying what I'm hearing is a Spied Ops AG stream soon. Thank you very much for the generosity. That is wild. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I don't think we'll use Spied Ops and AG if we're being real, but we've got to do an AG stream soon for sure. Holy, donations have been going crazy this stream. Thank you guys so much. Something or other, you are, as always, truly a legend. Yeah, no, something or other single-handedly has like destroyed the analytics on my membership tab. It'll be like, yeah, in the last several days, your memberships went up by number of people that got your memberships went up by 999%. And then like a month will go by and it's like everybody just canceled your membership. Like my analytics tab for memberships is just so screwed up. Like there is no valuable information on there at all. Something or other has like just single-handedly made that analytics tab a mess, which I'm very grateful for. Okay, so someone asked what's preventing Coco plus Paradox spam teams from being everywhere. Big part of the issue is other Tapus are actually good. It is those teams are still good and they are common, and Coco plus like one or two Cork Pokemon is really common as well, but the reason you don't see it everywhere is mostly because of the other Tapus. And yeah, there also aren't a lot of Paradox Pokemon that are Captain's Mast has donated $69.69, saying, Pinka, brother, we've moved on from Swoobat as a community for the moment. What the fans want to see is anything goes. The tier where, well, anything goes. That is a crazy amount to donate. I respect the memes. This is indeed goofy. Thank you very much for the generosity. That is incredible generosity, and I will do an Anything Goes stream as per your request, recommendation, and the incredible generosity here. But I do, if I put Swoobat on the thumbnail, I've really got to deliver Swoobat. I like how it's 30 minutes into the stream. We haven't gotten a second Monon's theme because of all the donations. That's pretty much where we're at. I don't know. It's like I thought it's like the people don't want to see Swoobat. This is crazy though. This is crazy generosity. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. I don't really know what to say, but let's get into it with the Swoobat. Let's get into it. So, the first thing we've got to, maybe it'll help us decide, because we can talk about Swoobat, what it struggles with. That's always a good thing. So, Swoobat is stopped by. First thing it's going to struggle with is Toxic, right? And that's going to be Glow King. Let's check Alomola. Like, can we kill Alo? The other thing is that I do like about Swoobat, I will say. I feel like in a lot of cases it can... Okay, so we need 2 Combines to kill Alo. If we invested max in special attack, we could then kill it. Well, let's see. If it did the no HP max SpDef set that is pretty common, then would the special attack do it? No, it wouldn't. So I think we have the right set. But yeah, so that's going to be mostly coming from Glow King, Alo. Let's kind of check those Natex usage stats and go down there. So it's going to be Glow King, Alo. What? I guess Gliscor. Gliscor. Heatran, probably. And then, like... No, Toxapex, I think, dies. Toxapex is actually not dying if it's a max SpDef set, but that's not super common. It dies after rocks. Hmm. Yeah, and then Clodsire. We can put on Clodsire as well. Clodsire. Okay. Thunderwave, basically just Goldengo, right? That's going to be a huge shutdown, obviously. Tinglu totally eliminates us. Urshifu, Rapid, or what's first here? Nuzzle, Hatterene, I guess. Tinglu. Where's that? Okay, I thought Tinglu would be more used. But okay, and then... that's kind of it. Like, Raging Bolt, we just Calm Mind up on and farm. Yeah, there are a lot of Pokemon. The more I'm seeing that, like, a lot of Pokemon actually struggle to deal with Swoobat. I'm thinking I'm more inclined to run Substitute the more I see, because a lot of these answers for it are status related. Like, it's not easy to stop this Pokemon. And then we'll put Blissey on here as well. Blissey, Chansey. It can do T-Wave as well. And we've got another donation, a $10 donation from Captain's Mast. Again, good heavens, saying, this is great, but did you know in AG you can build legal baton pass teams? Having an answer to BP is a necessary requirement for any good team. Also, Tinglu and Clodsire are strong in AG. That makes sense. Tinglu being the primary kind of phaser Pokemon would be good in AG. And Clodsire, as just a really solid unaware Pokemon, makes sense in AG as well. So yeah, wow, that makes sense. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that, and that is good info to know about AG. But we've got to bring it back to Swoobat. We've got to bring the focus back to our boy. So looking at this, it looks to me. Oh, and then there's Urshifu Rapid Strike, which with minimal chip can one-shot us, and that is a big threat that must be acknowledged. But generally, we can beat a lot of Pokemon. But I think we do need screens. So let's try the grassy terrain approach first, because I think that's going to help. I think that's going to kind of cover both sides of the spectrum here, I guess. A guy named Bryson with the $10 donation. No, Kingambit cannot stop it. Swoobat with Screen Zap and a defense boost takes not much from Sucker Punch, and it's got hidden power fighting to take Gambit out. But yeah, a guy named Bryson with the $10 donation. Very generous. Thank you very much. Saying, reject Swoobat, reject AG, embrace Spidops. Guys, we gotta build Swoobat. We've gotta build Swoobat. Someone asking, is this amount of donation normal? Absolutely not. Like, I'd say about half the streams there are no donations at all, and probably the average amount is like maybe like 30 maybe actually probably average amount is like $40, but it would be like 15 without something or other. Something or other has single-handedly made the average go up a huge amount. And then we've got a €10 donation, very, very generous. Thank you very much. Saying, Stangerkin1519, saying, for real, where Spidops at? Unfortunately, Spidops is not going to work on this team. It's not a very good web setter. Swoobat doesn't really need webs because speed isn't the issue with it. This is going to be more of a screens approach, but thank you very much for the donation. So I'm going to try to build fast because I got the feeling we kind of have to keep going here. But yeah, this is not usual level of donation at all. This is crazy. Let's go with, yeah, let's try the grassy terrain approach. And as far as the light screen and reflect setter, I'm kind of torn as to what we go for. And I don't mean Tornadus Therian. I mean, I'm like struggling to decide. I've seen Grimmsnarl be good. I've seen Zamazenta be good. I guess we can kind of just pick at the end. Let's put in a Zamazenta kind of as a placeholder for now and see how that treats us. And then we'll want a Rillaboom, probably Terrain Extender. I think Terrain Extender SD is a pretty good set. Probably just knock off, glide, drain, pretty standard stuff. I think we can have a Wellspring. I don't know how well this works with other Tapus being in the format. but I figure it's worth a try. And then we have our Swoobat. We could have a Hawlucha, or we could kind of just give up on the terrain thing from here on out. I think maybe we don't want to go too heavily in on this this terrain kind of gimmick thing. I really do want removal. I think we want either a Tusk or a Treads. I'm thinking Treads probably fits this team better. We can go with a special one. EP Rapid Spin SR Steel Beam seems solid. Seems like it'll get the job done for us. You know, Swoobat wants those hazards removed. I also like Ogerpon here because if Surging Strike's Scarf takes out a Swoobat, that gives us a free setup opportunity, which is good. The website I'm using is Munch Stats, by the way. Yeah, Munch Stats. Okay, and then we do have a Mega Evolution slot open. Let's kind of check what we lose to defensively. We lose to... Dark types are rough. Dark types like Kingambit are rough. Fire types are rough. I feel like we're okay with Diancie. We're okay. Dragonite's pretty rough. Garchomp is okay. I feel like Goldengo's. Ghost types kinda. Goldengo. I mean, Goldengo, it's honestly not that bad. I don't think we're, even though like ghost types are kind of rare in that decks, I'll put it down anyway. I guess Ceruledge could be an issue. Ceruledge, Goldengo, potentially. We don't have a ghost resist, but at the same time, I think we have pretty good offensive answers for them. We do have the Mega slot available, which is good to know. So we can utilize that. But we also don't have to, right? We don't have to. I could see kind of Gyarados is sort of looking like it might fit well based on what we're struggling with. So I could see that being the answer. Need something for Sableye. Stall. We kind of do lose to Stall, don't we? Because we can't really count on Swoobat. If we put Substitute on Swoobat, low-key we can count on it to break Stall. But in its current form, we cannot count on the Swoobat to break Stall. Another thing is, yeah, someone asked why I didn't run Swoobat with Psychic Terrain. We've got to remember, only the Electric and Grassy Seed boost physical defense, which is absolutely the boost we need. And also, Misty Terrain would not save Swoobat from the status condition. And Psychic Terrain would not boost its stored power because it's flying, so it doesn't get that power boost. Unless it clicks Roost, which, you know, obviously on the turn it clicks Roost, it cannot click stored power. Gyarados makes fairy types look a little bit scary, though, if we go that angle. Toxic spikes are pretty rough as well. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like if Apex just leads and clicks T-spikes, that's pretty bad for us. It was not good news. Yeah, Mega Sableye is rough. Especially if it doesn't even Mega Evolve. That's actually pretty bad too. Is offensive core a problem? I don't really think so, no. I think we could just go Swoobat and shut it down. We have a Z slot available as well, which is interesting. Terra is banned. Yes, if it wasn't banned, we could go like Terra Steel or something on Swoobat and it'd be crazy. I honestly think Terra Swoobat would be a frightening sweeper in OU if Swoobat was around in OU, but it is sadly not. Let's see here. Yeah, I also just don't know how effective Grassy... Because Grassy Terrain teams are a lot better in OU, where there are really no other terrains to get in its way and, you know, step on its toes. So this team might just be not worth running, but I figure we can give it a try, and if it doesn't work, then we can just pivot to the Coco version of the team. and that should be fine. Well, the main thing, the reason I have Gambit on here, despite having a Zamazenta, is because Zamazenta's our screen setter. So it's going to be taking a beating. We can't rely on it to be healthy for when a Gambit comes in later. That's really the concern there. Yeah. Let's look at some Mega Evolutions that could help us. Let's scroll down a little bit. Zard X could be kind of cool. That is often helpful against Stall. Not a poison type, though. Poison type would be great if we could fit it, but I don't really think we can. Heracross could be kind of cool. It doesn't help us with fire types, though. Let's look at some Mega Pokemon and see what we got. See if we got anything here that can help us out. I think we really do need a Fire Resist. I think that needs to be taken seriously. I guess like DD Altaria could be kind of help us with some stuff, but not really. Not really helping with Stall one bit, is it? Also, I guess I should say maybe we don't need screens. Maybe this could just be like a hyper offense team without... I feel like we need screens, but maybe we don't. Need something for Lele. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. We lose to Lele, too. Or Lele. Yeah, Lele's rough. Honestly, kind of tempted to just throw on a... no, Mega Mobile loses to Fire. This is tough. I feel like Zardax is the closest to doing what we want. Maybe we go with like... Do we go with the D? We probably do. But then I feel like we maybe just lose to Stall. But I guess if we go like Power Whip on Ogerpon, then we can get past Toxapex, kind of. Is Rilla breaking Stall? Not really. We could give it Woodhammer, then it would kind of break. I kind of like that. Let's try that. I feel like this gets us good enough at breaking. We go Adamant. We're always greedy. Always greedy. Always stay greedy. Never be anything other than greedy, guys. And then we'll go... Yeah, I don't see this team being very good, I'm going to be honest, but let's give this a go. And we'll go Roost. Adamant, sure. I think a lot of people underestimate the power of Outrage and just like think they can switch in something to Zard and they just die to Outrage. And yeah, we'll go Max Special Attack. Max HP is probably a better idea. Let's do that. If we're really being honest, that's probably a better idea. On this, we could go probably Ivy Cudgel and then Superpower is probably the play. Adamant. Whole team Adamant. Great to see. Okay, we'll go Light Clay on this. Whoops, Light Clay. Thank you. Light Screen, Reflect. This doesn't get Taunt, right? Yeah, I'd know if it got Taunt. CC and Roar. That seems fine. Just max HP. And then we've had this set down for a while. Dauntless Shield, Grassy Surge, and no more donations. Cool, I didn't miss anything when I was locked in, so we are good to go. We are good to play a game. Or absorb Grassy. Let's make sure we have that Grassy Surge. We've got Simple. That would be tragic if we miss that. Now let's go. So what we want to focus on... I'm going to keep a log here. Sub versus Roost log. Game 1. And we're going to type in every game, whether Roost was good or if we would have preferred Sub. And, oh, good heavens. At least I got finished with the team. Something or other with the $100 donation. Thank you so much. That's insane generosity. Wow. I'm going to definitely... I got to like put in an extra big donation to charity after this one. I gotta definitely put some of this toward a cause other than my, investment fund. So yeah, that's wow. That's crazy generosity. And thank you, something or other saying. We go with the Zard with the X. Yeah, I promise this wasn't done to like pander to something or other. I just think a Zard X kind of fit here. It gave us a sweeper, and it's a pretty good sweeper. And we got another $10 donation from Captain's Mass saying, you know what else dies to outrage? Pretty much everything that it doesn't fully resist it from Koraidon and AG. That, yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Someone made a note that we should probably put 8. Oh, 8. Yeah, 8 special attack is fine. Wow. I don't know what to say. Can we just like Swoobat on this fella? I think we can. I'd like to start off by just clicking knockoff, because this team is always doing this thing where it's a secret billionaire. Just got Jeff Bezos in chat here enjoying the stream. If you are enjoying, remember to leave a like. I know I haven't really given a lot of content yet. It's mostly been me reacting to donations, but I think we're going to get into a very entertaining part of the stream now. But yeah, that is crazy generous. Thank you so much, something or other. All right, so we want to... This is going to be screens. Okay, fair enough. Right into Altaria. I mean, it's DD. It's DD, so let's make it the Mega Set. Let's make it Dragon Dance. What is this? Special Sweeper? Okay, here we go. +1. Adamant. That's a pretty good chance. I feel like it's going to Roost, though. I mean, if it's got no bulk investment, we could potentially kill it with Woodhammer outright. I kind of just want to try clicking Woodhammer. Let's give that a go, because in case it goes greedy and DDs, we could potentially just kill it. Okay, that did not do nearly as much as I thought, unfortunately. I think we go hard treads. I'm going to rock up first, and then we can Steel Beam if they don't just try to kill. Or can we afford to... Let me just raw Steel Beam. I don't think we can afford to let this Altaria get out of hand. Or actually, maybe... No, I think... But if it Earth Powers and then it DDs again is the trouble. No, it does outspeed us in that case. I think we raw Steel Beam. Okay, we get Cloyster, we kill Cloyster, Steel Beam decimates Cloyster, so that's not a bad scenario. That's not a bad outcome for us. But something more would have been nice. But okay, let's play more carefully with Altaria next time. I think I'm okay with getting up Rocks here. Rocks do look really good, and it opens up the win for Swoobat, which is awesome. And I think they do just go for Reflect here. So I think we can get in our own Zamazenta and start setting screens. Someone noted we have no Ice Resist. That is a good point. I don't think that's a huge problem. I think we should be fine. I do just want to Reflect here. If Altaria comes in, we can just roar it out. It's not going to be a big issue. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of you. Okay, good play with the Frustration, but yeah, you see it's just not going to do that much damage. We could roar again here. Foe's Reflect is lasting. I think we do roar here. Okay, they Shadow Ball. That was a good play. I didn't think they'd go for that. And unfortunately, they do drag in something that's quite good for them. I was hoping not to see the Altaria come right out. Happens. They know that was pretty lucky to get the Altaria dragged out, but it happens. And I think I can light screen here. I don't think they're going to try DDing. Yeah, so we got that up, and then I think I can just go treads here, honestly. And we can rapid spin, and then put ourselves in a threatening position. Yeah, this is getting a little scary, though. I think we need Swoobat to get us out of this, if we want to have any chance. Yeah, I think we misplayed the turns on this. They did not work out so well in our favor. Although dragging out the Altaria did suck, I will say. Dragging that out was really unfortunate. It was the last thing we wanted to see. Yeah, so our turns are running out and theirs are just all full and ready to go. I mean, because Swoobat can't take on... I think we have to go into our Zama here. Yeah, okay. At least that went well. I think Swoobat might be our hero here. It might be doing exactly what we needed to do. I just broke a 200 elo loss streak. Good job. Okay, they click Frustration immediately. That is good. I think it's time for the bat to come in. If Zama enters, we'll have +2 defense. We'll be able to do a really good chunk. I don't think we'll be able to kill. We'll be able to do a really good chunk. It's time to Calm Mind. Zama comes in. I don't think it'll die, but we can at least get the Zama heavily damaged, so it won't be able to set screens again, which is, I think, the best we can do at this point. And if they try to leave in Altaria, we definitely, I think, just win there. Is Frustration somehow optimal over Return? Good question. Yes, a lot of people, when they run Ditto, Ditto players don't remember to put 0 happiness on them. So it's kind of a guess. It's basically Frustrations to throw off Ditto players. Because Frustration is max powerful if your Pokemon hates you. And the default is that your Pokemon are as happy with you as possible. So most Ditto sets on Showdown forget to put on the Frustration thing, so that's why the return Frustration gap exists, and a lot of people use Frustration. And thank you, we got a $10 donation from Captain's Mouse. More donations saying, I almost forgot there's a legit bot that gatekeeps the 14-1500 AG. Its name is Pro Cameron Bot. You're guaranteed to run into it within a few games. That is wild. I will keep that in mind. Okay, interesting. I think this is about to trick me a Choice Scarf. So I'm going to click Stored Power. Let's see what it's going to do. Taunt. Okay, that's like not... I'm not worried about that. And in fact, I believe we will kill this Feeny right as turns runs out in just such a way that it'll work out perfectly for us. Yeah, you see Corviknight there is not going to like taking that once screens go away. I mean, we'll see how much we can take this, is the thing. It's going to bulk up, which is doing nothing now. Okay, so we can basically kill it if we boost up to full. But if we boost up, that'll be 2 Calm Minds, so by then Corv will be at 3. I don't know, guys. I'm worried. Yeah, I don't think we can get past this. I think this Corv will be the end of us, I'm afraid. But hold on, we outsped it. We outsped the Corviknight. It needs to use agility again. That is crucial here. Oh no, it didn't. Oh, I just totally told you guys wrong. It totally did not outspeed us. Why is it not putting Power Trip in? I think Corviknight will click Roost here because it dies to Power Trip. So I'm going to Calm Mind as it Roost. Oh, it's a speed tie. We are in an exact speed tie, but I think I guaranteed kill, and I don't think Corviknight kills me. It keeps deleting when I type in Power Trip. Power Trip should not kill here unless this thing is attack invested. It wins the speed tie. It does not get the kill. Swoobat, please do this. Good job, Swoobat. Yes, sir. Unfortunately, because we lost the speed tie to that Corviknight, which is super frustrating, by the way, that we lost that speed tie. Crazy. I guess, like, that's an annoying speed tie that happened. Okay, I don't know why you went into Altaria. I'm pretty sure your Zamazenta can kill me. I really don't know why you went into Altaria. I will happily take that kill. That is the biggest threat on my team. I considered roosting. Could be this Zamazenta's really slow. It's defense. Okay, it's a defense-invested Zamazenta. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Swoobat sweep. You gotta like the stream for the Swoobat sweep. I mean, it went it went all according to plan. Okay, never mind. It didn't all go according to plan, but we can roost here. We can roost here and wait till it runs out. Throw off a hidden power fighting. Actually, no, we don't want to reveal. Okay, it's fine. We revealed our set, but it's fine. And now we stored power. Woo! Okay. Jeez. That is awesome. Actually, yeah, that game taunt would have been best. So I guess, yeah, we'll write down taunt here. Swoobat, you absolute legend. Good stuff. No, but in all fairness, no, we were taunted at the time. So I think that game, I'd actually give it to Roost. Because that Roost healing... No, actually, no. I don't think anyone really wins that game. We didn't really need any of them. I guess we'll give that one to taunt. I guess we can give that one to taunt. Because that would have helped. Well, but it didn't. No, in practice, we don't give any points. We didn't need anything there other than Calm Mind and Stored Power. I don't think I need to like the stream after all these donations. That's true. That's true. I think liking the stream is more just about getting more people to see the stream, which is fun, because more people can be with us and enjoy Swoobat. Okay, HF. Let's see. This looks like a good game for Swoobat. Honestly, it does. Oh, I don't like the court change, though. The court change is rough, so we got to be aware of that. DD Pulse. We are so weak to Altaria, and we keep running into Altaria teams. Like, this Pokemon is, like, almost zero usage, and we just keep running into Altaria. At least it's not Screens plus Altaria this time. I think I do want to lead with Zamazenta, even knowing how rough Cinderace is. Jeez. There's no world, right, where this thing pulls up and just immediately clicks a Z move turn one. I don't think so. I'm going to click Reflect. Okay, we got Final Gambited. We survived, which is awesome. I didn't really realize surviving was an option against a Victini, but I guess Zamazenta has... No. Victini has 100 HP. That Victini should have killed us. They were running a no HP Victini Final Gambit lead, which I think is horrible and insane. But I'm happy it happened. We can close combat this. Which I believe will put it in Rilla range. No, not quite. Okay, but they court changed. That's good news for us. That's really good news. Because now we can set up our Reflect, and we can have Reflect on both sides, and we don't really care. Because I think we can just win this with Swoobat, so we don't really care about, other effects being up. I think we can just go Rillaboom, switch into Swoobat, and win the game. I mean, how much is a Meowscarada Flower Trick doing is the question. If we give it grassy terrain, it's kind of doing a lot, guys. Flower Trick is kind of like not too much unless it's banded, but it's kind of a lot of damage. Could go Treads first to kind of just get hazards going. I feel like that's not a bad play. I'm going to go Treads, throw off an Earth Power. We'll see what they want to do. No, Cinder doesn't 6-0. We got a Zardex. Okay, cool. They let go of the Ace. That's really good. That's really good. Terapagos comes in. I'm kind of scared. I'm going to click Earth Power because I'm worried about Calm Mind stuff. Cool. We'll throw off rocks, see if they spin. They don't. Awesome. Can we go Rillaboom and just SD? I really don't want to get spun on, but problem is we can't go Rillaboom switch into Swoobat on the spin because then we'll get destroyed by will get destroyed by Terra Starstorm. So I think Rillaboom double SD here is the move. Yeah, because I figured they'd spin there. Oh, but they are... No, we actually can't double SD. We've got to go for a glide here. Oh, come on, dude. No. Don't do that to me. Like, we can glide here, but I hope... that's not good. Yeah, the freeze is not good. The freeze is really not good. And they know their Altaria destroys me. Can we... If we go Swoobat immediately, can we shut down a DD Altaria, or do we just have to pray? I think we have to pray we unfreeze. Like, how much are we taking from a Mega Altaria return? And how much are we doing? It's not enough. Yeah, because that's going to be with Reflect up and plus... Yeah, we have to hope we unfreeze. Okay, good. That's what we needed. I'll go for Glide here. I don't think you ever... they might Mega Roost. I'll go for Woodhammer again. Or let me check the Swoobat calcs again before I get too hasty here. Yeah, it's doing too much. I'll Glide and hope they don't have Roost. Let's see. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. Brave Bird is crazy. Yeah, I don't think they're DD in that case. Now I kind of do want to go Swoobat. Could also go Charizard. Could be interesting. Because then we could potentially just outrage through the team. I think Zard is the play here. Mega Evolution DD, I think, is the play. Because you don't carry Brave Bird if you're a Mega Altaria. Like, there are better moves to run. Yeah, so I figured they would just go for Brave Bird there. And I think now we can click Outrage 3 times. If they're a Scarf Meow, they actually... No, they can kill us with Axel. So let's really hope they don't have that. Yeah, this is one of those cases. I hope they're not Banded Outrage. Okay, good. Or, excuse me, I meant, yeah, actually, no, I did mean Banded Outrage. Yeah, that would have probably killed there if they were banded. Actually, no, we would have lived. But yeah, let's see. We'll see how this goes. Let's see if they're Scarf. Sucker Punch. Interesting. And unfortunately, the turns have worked out such that this is the end of grassy terrain, so we don't have that benefit either, which is brutal. That is truly brutal. I'm hoping... I don't know what I'm hoping this Meowscarada is. I really don't know. Let's go for Cudgel. Okay, it's clicking Axel. I think we can kill here with an Ivy Cudgel. We have a chance to. I thought the switch to Terapagos was coming, which is why I didn't click anything else. But I guess let's hope they don't. They did hit again. Let's really hope this Meowscarada doesn't hit us here. If they Sucker Punch, they don't kill. They have a chance not to kill with Axel as well. They had knockoff. That's going to do it. GG. Okay, that was a pretty unfortunate one. I feel like the freeze completely cost us that game. And without the freeze, we were in a totally fine position. So I'm going to disregard that. Swoobat, once again, in practice, didn't use anything. So we're not going to count that game either for the counter. Yeah, that was just a super unfortunate one. Like, Sucker Punch, Meowscarada coming in. That's not common. And then the free... No, like, that was honestly BS. We so ignore those. And I could have won by just clicking Superpower at the end, but I didn't want to lower my defense stat. And I really thought they'd go into Terapagos, because that was just... And also, we didn't get the roll at the end. That was likely to kill Meowscarada, and when you factor in a crit, there was like a 70% chance it died there. So I generally feel like we got cheated that game. For various reasons. Oh, also, when I said I don't think the Altaria is DD, I meant I don't think they're Mega, was what I meant to say. I think apparently I misspoke and said I don't think they're DD, based on someone quoting me in chat. Okay, let's see here. Do we want screens first? I honestly think Rillaboom looks so good, I just want to get that started right off the bat. Okay. Woodhammer seems fine. Okay, really defensive Tusk looks like. Do we see Helmet? Yeah, that's Helmet. Oh, that's really bad, guys. Swoobat is officially out of this game, basically. Well, that's not quite true, but it's looking a lot worse. Yeah, I mean, how was I supposed to know, right? How the helmet was what killed us. We would have lived the Ice Spinner if not, I believe, against a no attack invested Tusk. Yeah, I don't think you die to Ice Spinner in the Woodhammer interaction unless there's a helmet involved. But yeah, turned out to be a helmet Tusk. Ah well. Let's go into this in EP, see what comes in, and then we can just rock up if it's an Ogre Pawn. Okay, interesting. I think I will click Stealth Rock here because I think their team hates hazards a lot. And then we can... I think they really hate... I'm trying to think... Yeah, no, we absolutely spin here. Okay, they're Balloon Gold. That's really bad. Our Charizard's screwed. We lose. Yeah, we're pretty much... We're so fried at this point. I mean, I guess there's still a chance. There's honestly Swoobat is the chance. Let's go into the Swoobat. If this Goldengo has Thunder Wave, it's over. Yeah, I'm going to click CC on you for sure. Yeah, no question about that. Yeah, easiest reflect of my life. Wait, what am I worried about the Aatrox clicking Spike? It's not stealth. Okay, I think all those donations got me like brain fried. Spike doesn't care. Zard doesn't care about a Spike. My bad. For some reason, I was thinking Rocks got set. We're actually, yeah, we're like totally fine. I could honestly just CC this twice. The trouble is it might Horn Leech. Ivy Cudgel would do a lot too. I could just roar and then get up a light screen. I think eliminating this would be pretty cool though. Let's just CC and see what they do. Okay, they click super greedy SD again. Awesome. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Gold comes in. We're clicking light screen. Hex come. That's not good. That's really not good because that means this thing probably has... we'll go into Ogerpon because I think it's our least useful Pokemon at this point. And I'll just click Ivy Cudgel. If they go into their Ogerpon... Okay, yeah, we get paralyzed. Expected. I think I want to go into our Zard as they recover and then just immediately hit them with a Blitz because I don't think they'll be... Yeah, they'll want to Thunder Wave so that so what just happened to them doesn't happen to them. And then... I think I can go Treads here just fine because right, we have Light Screen up, which is really good here. Yeah, so it can get us living that. And then I Steel Beam here, hopefully hit. I wanted to die there so we could get in Zamazenta to set up a Reflect. Okay, kind of crazy there. How much did our CC do last time? I think it did enough. 54, let's go for it again. Cool, down you go, Ogerpon. Great to see. I think we can win this with Swoobat, is the plan. Boots is not what we want to see. That is not what we want to see. I'm going to Roar here, obviously. Then I think we CC. Okay, Scarf. That is really bad news for our Swoobat endgame. Okay, we get rid of the Boots, though. That is really good for the Swoobat endgame. We have to... Okay. Concourse into that. All right. It's not the worst... No, that is pretty bad. I think we have to keep clicking. Oh, but I think we lose, though. Yeah, I think that was a good encore. We have to hope it just, like... Can Ogerpon kill here with an Ivy Cudgel? I don't think it can. Ogerpon has a 62% chance with Para and critical hit takes us to about even. I think we have to bank on the live here and get this done with Ogerpon. Ogerpon, come on. Buddy, come on, Ogerpon. Dude, what are you doing? That's super bad. We can reflect here. Yeah, we're just gonna die. Yeah, and then Swoobat's going to die to an ice spinner. Come on, Ogerpon, dude. You suck for that one. You suck for that. I mean, once again, our Rilla dying made the entire team collapse. Yeah, that just sucked, dude. That so sucked. There's no immunity to stored power this game. I'm super tired of Swoobat getting shut down because of dumb stuff involving Rillaboom dying. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time, but it probably will. We'll start off with Rilla again, and we're not going to leave it in this time unless it's like a Mola. Then we'll Woodhammer the Mola. Yeah, U-turn Rilla might be the answer. I think... Don't be Specs here and kill us. I'm going to knock off here. Okay, that's fine. All right, that actually... And it was Specs. Good thing we knocked off, or we would have died again. And, okay. We could get up hazards. That would be okay. Let's get up our screen. Let's set up a reflect and see what this thing has. Future sight, okay, not the end of the world. We can go treads here, just to kind of fake out that we're gonna do the hazard. Well, I mean, sure, let's set hazards. Wish goes up. Probably a flip turn here. I think we can bring in Swoobat on the flip turn, so we can't just get poisoned immediately. Seems good. Okay, cool. And yeah, Terrapago, bro, I am so okay with Terrapagos. Check me out. Please don't freeze me. I think we Calm Mind, then we Roost, then we click Stored Power and one-shot you. Actually, how much does Zamazenta do? I think if it's like a choice span Zama, we gotta be ready for that. I'm gonna Roost one more time. Please don't freeze me. Please don't freeze me. Please don't freeze me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Now we kill you. Yeah. Terra Shell, no problem. Yeah, not going to do enough. Cool. GG. Okay, there we go. That's what Swoobat's here to do. That's what Swoobat's here to do. Shut it down. Cancel the counterplay and just get its wins. Ogerpon failing a 60... No, last time it was like 56 to kill the Meowscarada or something, but it was more than that effectively because of the critical hit chance. Yeah, okay. Good stuff, Swoobat. You did what you got. You did what you had to do. I'm going to quickly use the bathroom and then I'll be back. All right, I have returned and I see no game happening. Oh, also that game, game 3, Roost. Or that was game 4, isn't it? Roost. It's a win for Roost. Okay. This also, no, there's a Tinglu. Okay. This looks like a really good game for Ogerpon, honestly, if screens are up. I see no issue with just leading with Zama. Petrant lead, that's kind of annoying. I think I still click light screen. Yeah, just clicking parting shot, that does not matter to me. Yeah, I mean, like, don't psycho cut critical hit me, please, but it should be fine. Win-loss, we're at 2-2. We've been getting pretty bad luck on the losses, though. It's been kind of BS. Like, yeah, but that's where we're at. Rilla coming in, okay. Let's just go treads is fine. Like, we can set up hazards with that. Excuse me. Set up rocks. Ooh, SD comes out. Could we not go Swoobat on this? Holy. Through Reflect and +2, Gallade is still smoking us. How about Zard? No, we're not tanking this too well. How much is Swoobat doing after a CM? Can we, like... We can't kill it, even. Could we... It could be Drain Punch is the thing, but... Let's say with Treads, if we... No, Steel Beam's doing 0. How much is Ogre Pawn doing? Ogre Pawn could come in and do a ton of damage, but it looks pretty good in general this game, so I'm not sure I want to let it in for such a purpose. I think we go Swoobat on the hopeful close combat. Oh, they click knockoff and immediately critical hit us. That's not good. Okay, well, let's go Zard and we'll Mega Evo D. That was really sad, though. Swoobat should have lived that and could have at least gotten chipped. That could have been valuable later. The critical hit was pretty unfortunate. I'm surprised they clicked knockoff there, though. That was kind of a hard read that wasn't really necessary. But yeah, Mega Evo DD here puts us in a pretty good spot. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, do we blitz or do we outrage? I think we outrage, honestly. I'm pretty sure we just get like whirlwinded out here. Yeah. And this leaves us without. Okay, and of course the only thing that could not touch Ting Lu immediately gets brought out onto the field. Thank you, game. We love you. I mean, what do you do against this? We can go immediate Ogre Pawn. Yeah, that super sucked. That was super lame. If anything else got dragged out on the field, seriously, any other Pokemon, our opponent did not get that there. That was really unfortunate. I want to bring in Rillaboom to get terrain set up again. I don't think they'll Malignant Chain here. I'm expecting a Parting Shot. Okay, just recover. Fair enough. I'm going to SD because I don't see a Malignant Chain coming. I think they'll just get out of this situation. Yeah. Glad I clicked SD there. Melmetal comes out. Makes sense. We unfortunately don't have anything to hit this Melmetal that hard. Which blows. I think we preserve Rilla. Let's go into Treads here. And I think we just want a Rapid Spin. Yeah, Lou comes in. We can go Ogre Pawn here. And then I think we SD and hope we don't get poisoned when the Petrunk comes in. I think that's the play. Okay, they go into Raging Bolt. We have a chance to kill with a superpower. I think we do have to go for it. This is Boots, so it's more likely to be bulky, but I don't think it can kill us in return. Yeah, it's just going to go for that. Please go into Gallade. Okay, yes, Grassy Glide moment, folks. We got a nice Grassy Glide moment. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Great, great, great moment. That's why we preserve Rillaboom always. If we can get Zard X positioned well, it looks really good. I think Zard X looks so good that it's worth chipping this. So I'm just going to click Ivy Cudgel. We're going to take our damage. They didn't even kill us. Awesome. I'm so down for that. I'm really surprised, but I'm so down for that. Do we superpower and just take the damage? Could go Zama, survive the hit, get up a Reflect. That does invite in the Petrunk, but then that allows us to at least Earth Power. I don't know if that's worth it. I think we do go Zama. Okay, okay. And I didn't see that one coming, but we can Reflect here, and if they go Petrunk, we just go into Treads. Yeah, makes sense. We could have gone for an aggressive Roar. Wouldn't have been a horrible play, but this works out fine too. I'll EP here. When they go into Treads, I will click Rapid Spin. I guess the Reflect didn't end up getting us much, though. So maybe in retrospect, that wasn't the best call. I'm still clicking Rapid Spin here. Okay, beautiful. Great Whirlwind. I'm SDing for sure. I think they made an aggressive Whirlwind there. No, they just click rocks. Okay, awesome. Woodhammer time, right? Okay, Raging Bolt gets sacked. Makes a lot of sense. That is a fair play. That is a fair play. Melmetal. Can we do any real damage to Melmetal? Not really. This Melmetal has kind of been plaguing our existence a little bit. I think we go into Zama again, and we can just reflect here. And if they stay in, it's a great opportunity for our Zard X. And... or is it a Zard? It's probably a better Ogre Pawn opportunity, honestly. Because that can put more pressure on the Pecharunt. Let's see. Come on. Can we talk about how this Ogerpon has never in its life gotten a critical hit? Like, it does not know the meaning of the word. Crazy Pokemon, truly. Like, people think Ogerpon gets critical hits, and my Ogerpon comes out, and it's like, nah, that's where you're wrong. Most Ogerpon, I mean, actually, we can't really. I mean, how many Ivy Cudgels have we clicked? We've clicked kind of a few this session without getting any. I keep clicking spin. We keep cycling this. This is fine. If Pecharunt comes in, that's we can just EP it. Like this, it's eventually we'll get you, you know? It's one of those situations. I think we go Rillaboom here. And then we try to DD up and win on the Melmetal. I think that's the play. I don't see any flaws with that plan. Okay, there's the Woodhammer. Down goes the Lou. I'm hoping it's not a Melmetal that has Toxic. That, I think, would be tough for us. That would be tough for us. Have we hit the Melmetal with any? I don't think we really have we? The thing is, we could go hard Zard here. To potentially switch out later if we're worried about Toxic Tech Melmetal. But we have seen this Melmetal not have leftovers yet, so I don't think it's going to be the Toxic Tech set. I guess we just click like Woodhammer on it to get more damage for the... I guess we just click... We can knock off in case it's something stupid like Custap, and then we can start just clicking Woodhammer to chip it down so we don't take as much recoil from Blitz. But I think that's the play. Yeah, I wish I'd preserved Swoobat a little bit better. Well, no, they were always going to keep Tinglu around. Okay, crazy switch to Gallade. Works for me. I'm happy with that. Actually, no, CC has a chance to kill. Like, I definitely click just Glide here either way. That's always my play here. It's always Glide. They have a 44% chance to kill. We do a lot. Let's see what they do. They do... Oh, they have Axel. And they hit all three, of course. Just like Masquerade hit all three twice last game. We DD here for sure. They don't have a way to kill us. CC comes out. If they go Melmetal, we die of recoil. I think they'll try that. I'm going to click Roost. We'll see what happens. We got him, folks. We got him. We got him. Okay. Okay. Woo. I can still game. That was a crazy read, but I sensed it in my soul. Yeah, Pet, you can't make me die to recoil now. No, it's not. You know, there's no way, right? Yeah, 45. No, it can't be enough. Either, and you don't have Shadow Sneak either. You do not have Sneak. You've used all your moves. You've clicked them all. Oh, good stuff, Zard. Good stuff, Zard. Glad I had that Roost to click. Crazy one. Crazy one. Okay, 3-2. We're positive now. Let's keep the win streak going. It's been 2 unfortunate games that we've lost. I think we can go rest of the stream wins with Swoobat. The Swoobat has honestly been pretty solid. Going for it. Oh, that was good. Okay, HF. All right, this is not looking very good for Swoobat, honestly. Unless the Shifu's not Scarf, but looking at this team, I feel like there's a good shot it is. Well, and honestly, it's looking like a hyper offense team, so maybe it's not Scarf. Actually, could not be. I think I want to lead Rilla. Okay, interesting start. Yeah, no ban. I mean, a choice banned U-turn is not even going to kill us. I think I just want to click Glide immediately. Okay, Glamora comes out. Please don't red card us into something horrible immediately. Okay, it goes for that. Might have Sledge Bomb. Sledge Bomb would kill. Let's go into Treads. And I'll Steel Beam to cover the Goldengo switching in. They did not switch to Goldengo. Okay. 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 I'm so clicking Rapid Spin. What were you, why'd you do that? You just want to be mean? What's... Let's EP here. Let's see what this Goldengo has to hit us. Spit F drop. Shadow Ball, that's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. I'm going to Rapid Spin here. You don't stay. You stayed in! Why'd you stay? Why'd you do that? Oh, okay. They stayed in. All right, it is what it is. Let's go into this. Let's light screen. I'm totally shocked. It's Scarf Gold. That's not good for Swoobat either. I can't believe they stayed in there. I thought for sure they'd switch, but it is what it is. We can CC. Okay, I wanted to scout that, and it turned out to not be. It's not the set that we're worried about, so that's really good. We can just glide here to push it out, and then it looks like we can win this game with Swoobat very, very feasibly. Actually, I guess the Goldengo is kind of a thorn in our side for that, though. Yeah. I guess I could SD here. See what that brings in. Okay, we got to Woodhammer this because this is like pretty scary. Okay, could Swoobat actually come in here and set up? Not really, which is wild, but it really... I think we have to go for it, though. I don't think we have another play. Okay, it just totally shut up. Oh, no, Sucker Punch didn't get... We still lose to, like, Goldengo, but that was kind of cool, I guess. There's no way you're double Scarf Hyper... You're double Scarf Hyper Offense. Cool. Cool. Yeah, no. That makes sense. I run 2 Scarf teams on my Hyper Offense all the time. I really like to do that. It's my favorite thing. Okay, what are we doing here? I mean, what's the plan? Zamazenta can't live a Shadow Ball, can it? No. Okay, let's go Ogerpon, I guess. Dude, what is this? I don't know. We're probably just going to lose to Como, but, yeah, I don't know. We got hit with a double Scarf HO, and it was, Glamora. This was just a travesty in so many ways. There is a small world where we can maybe do something about this situation. Not really, no. I mean, no. They're going to Trailblaze here, so I think we roar. Oh, but then we just die to Toxic. Yes, that's not good. We gotta hope that this Landorus cannot hit us, even though it should carry Stone Edge because it's a Scarf Lando. Yeah, GG. Yeah, wow. We had nothing for that. That was an this was an impossible matchup. The T-Spikes, double Scarf Lando, Scarf Goldengo against this team is you're so done. There's so nothing you can do about this. There's so nothing you can do about this. I mean, what was I supposed to do here? I feel like the hazard situation in general is pretty rough for us here, though. Yeah, U-turn Rillaboom is maybe the way here. We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll go U-turn, and instead of... Because knockoff has honestly not been great either. Let's go with superpower, whatever enables to hit Gambit. But the fact that they also completely fearlessly left in their King Gambit on a Swords Dancing Rillaboom is pretty suspicious as well. I wonder if they knew our team. But yeah, we had to make predictions there against the Goldengo because getting rid of hazards was super important. I really did not think they'd leave their Goldengo in, and then they just did, which was totally shocking. And then we pretty much lost the game from there. You should have clicked Roost. It wouldn't have mattered. They had a Scarf Goldengo. It would not have mattered. And also saying, oh, you should have made this play in this like 50-50 situation is always just not really a useful comment. Like, because then, I mean, did Reflect run out that? No, but no, it's not a useful comment. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, sure, Swoobat got past the Gambit, but overall, Toxic Spikes, Spikes did what they do this game. That's his go-to team. Double Scarf is something he always runs. Wow, that's a really frustrating thing to face. Because it's like, you face a fat team and they're like, oh my gosh, that's Double Scarf. That's awesome. But then you face an HO and it's like, why the heck is this guy Double Scarf? Like, there's a reason people don't run multiple choice Scarfs. It's because it's not good into bulky, like really bad into bulky teams. But I guess I guess matchup fishing, the offense matchup in Nat decks kind of makes sense, but I feel like there's kind of a lot of balance with Mola and stuff. Okay. Looks like we can, honestly, it looks like we can Swoobat this team. Let's start with Rillaboom. U-turn into Zama, set up dual screens, go into Swoobat. Interesting Latios switch. Let's go into this. Click Steel Beam. Please hit. Beautiful. There we go. Nice kill. Taking it out. And then we can just go for a nice little stealth rock here. Surf. Good to know. We'll go Light Screen first, then Reflect, and then just switch right into our friend Swoobat. Okay, Swoobat, here we go. Don't get critical hit, buddy. That Surf did so much. Swoobat moment for sure. Let's go for it. Okay, let's see. Did not get the kill. Let's Roost. Cool fail. We'll Calm Mind again. We got to attack here. They won't kill us, though. Yep, 22. Leaves us... And we have a Reflect up, so I think we can actually still take a Crunch from Zamazenta. Yeah, we can still take a Crunch from a max attack Zama, which is awesome. The question is, if Ogerpon enters, do we Roost to live the next Zama hit, or do we just cash out and go for the attack? It's a Goldengo. Shadow Ball does more than half. We should be able to kill here with a stored power. We just click that. Goldengo dying to stored power. Good stuff. Zama comes in. This will kill us with a Crunch now. If it has it, which is a little concerning. It does have the Crunch. It does kill us. That is distressing. We could lose to Zama here. It's very feasible. Threats to team. Let's record this. T-Spikes, ID Zama. Reflect, and we are going to absolutely get you out of here. Let's go. Let's get Rillaboom in. And, ooh, U-turn here. Okay. Get an Ogre. Ooh, this is good. This is good. And then we can SD up a ton and then glide through everything. Is awesome. Yeah, I think we do so much to Zama with glide that it's not... I don't think it can actually, like, make it out of this. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Beautiful. Beautiful end game from the Ogerpon. Okay, cool. Swoobat, absolute hero that game. GG. Sweetbat. But yeah, ID Zama is rough. But like, I feel the Swoobat is not the weak point in this team. Hey, Jeff. Okay. Not a Swoobat game because there's a Ting Lu. DD Zard Blitz looks good. SD Ogerpon looks good. Dude. My team is so... XD. Okay. I don't know what to say to that, so we're just going to proceed. Dropped on 100 elo. That's rough. I think we do lead with Rillaboom. Getting up... Ooh, well... I kind of wish we had SD this game. Let's lead with Rilla. Rip. They're not having fun. That is unfortunate. Well, Woodhammer here. Zapdos. Okay, that's not great. This Zapdos is... Based on that damage, defensive. We got a defensive Zapdos. Okay, I'll click rocks here. If you focus blast me, you focus blast me. You focus blast, you hit, you kill. You are Specs, I believe, based on that damage. Yes, you are indeed. Ogerpon SD probably is our play, right? If we don't get Malignant Chain Poisoned, that'll put us in a really good spot. And if we do get Malignant Chain Poisoned, hopefully we don't get hit next turn, and then at least positions our Zard really well. So I think this is an Ogerpon moment. They could stay in and focus blast twice. I find that unlikely. Okay, they are boots. Let's go for the Ivy Cudgel. Let's hope we do not get Malignant Chain Poison. Let's see. 50%. And we do get Malignant Chain Poison. Let's hope we at least don't get hit by the I believe, quarter Confusion chance. That would be really bad here. Please, this Zapdos kill would be huge. We do not get confused. Okay, beautiful. Grassy Glide. Ogerpon. Yes, sir-ree. Ogerpon, you are doing exactly what you need to do, buddy. The Grassy Glide is proving pretty solid in Natex. This is obviously an Ivy Cudgel. Ogerpon snapping out of Ogerpon, I cannot complain one tiny little bit about that performance. You are a legend for that. Great job. Absolutely great job. Let's click light screen. T-Wave spam is annoying. That's kind of difficult here. We can go into Rillaboom here. And I'm inclined to click Woodhammer. I think Woodhammer just looks generally good at this point. But yeah, T-Wave spam is annoying. Okay, they go Ting Lu on the Woodhammer. Really weird play there. Let's U-turn out of this. And I think we can win this game with Swoobat now that they sacked the Ting Lu for whatever reason. Kind of elevated critical hit chances, so this was maybe not the smartest approach here. But okay, they're just going to forfeit. Good game. Cool. Quick. Nice quick win. Ogerpon with Glide being amazing. Now, had they known our Ogerpon was adamant, they could have dealt with that situation in a better way, but it turned out well for us. We have not been seeing like a single Pharaoh. Do we want to maybe run Knockoff to hit Ogre? I believe that hits Pecharunt harder. Let me run a calc, because we've been seeing a ton of Pecharunt for whatever reason. Yeah, it would be good. It would be good for hitting the Pecharunt harder. And the speedy ones, I think, would just die, right? Yeah, they might just die. It's going to be +2 adamant. That's tempting damage. That is a tempting roll. I don't know, I feel like we're going to see a Pharaoh the second we change that, though. I think we keep it. I think we'll keep it. Play Rough is another option as well. Yeah, there we go. Glad we didn't change it on Ogerpon. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. All right, let's see here. So, Ogerpon looks absolutely fire. Volcarona is kind of a threat, but as long as we keep hazards off the field, we should be fine. I really like Zama here. I think we lead with it because the Metacham's a huge issue otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, definitely just to reflect. Psycho Cut doing not nearly as much as I thought it would, to be honest. Low key, we could go Rillaboom here, U-turn into the bat. I think, do we switch into Swoobat hard? Because they might go Volcarona here. We maybe should have set up a reflect. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I don't think most Archaludon don't avoid it. It might have Dragon Tail, which would be really sad, but we'll see. Oh boy, that is not what you want to see. Critical hits are going to get past Swoobat every time, I'm afraid. Yeah, this is things about to click drop a Draco on our head. It is not AV, though. It is scope lens, probably. And probably has no bulk. I mean, doing a good bit of damage to this is still good for Ogerpon, so I think we say goodbye Swoobat and good luck. Good work. Okay, cool. We'll go into this and just superpower. Oh, no. I forgot it got the defense boost. Based on that Swoobat damage, how much should Swoobat have done? It should have done 58. It did 54. So it's probably not going to kill here. Huge mistake by me. Forgot it got that defense boost. So we now have to... Do we EP or do we set rocks? I think we EP, unfortunately. Oh, we just kill. Awesome. I did not... Okay, I guess they... How much did we do? 50. Okay, no, actually, that killed max HP. I gotta play way slower and use my calc way more. Let's go into Zama here. I think we should be able to live one of these. Not a psychic. Okay, didn't see that coming. Let's go in and just blitz. That's obviously really bad. I didn't think it'd click psychic on me because they don't really do that often. But we still have a chance of winning this with Ogerpon. It's not looking good though. If this thing's ID, we super lose. Let's glide for damage. It's ID. That's good game. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean there were some mistakes on my part going into the Ogerpon first, but like generally this team's just too weak to ID Zama. We have like Swoobat is our answer to ID Zama, which, although in all fairness to me, like Swoobat very much could have just swept the entire game there. How was I to know it was a freaking focus energy Arch Out? Like that's like on gotta be less than 1% of Arch Outlet sets out there. So I can't like I genuinely think Swoobat would have swept that entire team there if it wasn't a focus energy. Like that was the perfect thing to get past what we had, and nobody uses that. But that being said, we are struggling with ID Zama too much. It's not an acceptable problem. It's too much of an issue, I think. So I think we've got to change something here. Like, I feel like most of the problems we're having aren't because of Swoobat. It's just kind of hyper offense problems. Thoughts on Petron here? So, guys, this is a hyper offense team, meaning if we're going to use screens, we've really got to be making use of screens. So we can't really afford to... we can't really afford to put on a defensive Pokemon like Petrons, even though it would, sure, would it help with Zama? Yes, but it would also be kind of a fat Pokemon that doesn't really set up very well in the middle of a hyper offense team. Now, we could go potentially with like a Nasty Plot Petron, but I think without Terra, that's just pretty bad. There are a lot of Pokemon in Natex that outspeed Petrons and kill it, so I don't think Nasty Plot Petron, I don't think Nasty Plot Petron would be very good. And someone said Focus Energy Arch is like a quarter of all Arch. Are you serious? Scope Lens is on 5% of them at the like ladder we're at. Oh, never mind. If we filter for even higher, you're... Okay. I guess. Okay, but it is like mostly just because there aren't that many. This seems to be like a quarter of that. What? Okay, well, correct me. I am, I guess that's a set. I didn't know that was a thing. What mon am I thinking of replacing? I don't really know, because everything seems pretty crucial. That's sort of the problem. Like, I feel like Zard's been performing well, but it's also, I think, the most sacrificable Pokemon. I think we kind of need everything else. So, let's see. Like, Psychic, Ghosts, we need something. Something that helps against, like, Fire and Dark, though, is the tough part. Could be we just count on Zama with our Kingambit issue. We do now have a fighting move on Rillaboom, so maybe we can go Ceruledge here. This seems kind of alright. No, we'd probably go a little bulkier. Let's go for like Outspeeding Bolt. And we can go some HP. Not even, though. We can try this. We can give this a go. Yeah, this seems okay. Somebody says boots Moltres, maybe U-turn momentum. You can't use a Moltres on a screens team, right? You have a screen setter, which takes up a slot, and on this team we've got a Rillaboom for terrain, which sets up a slot. If you use one of your 4 remaining slots on a freaking Moltres, like a defensive support Pokemon, it's not worth running screens and terrain support. You really need to have threatening offensive Pokemon and sweepers in those next few slots, or it's just going to be garbage. All right. No, but this, hold on, Ceruledge, I was thinking Ghost type because it helps, but Ceru doesn't fix Zama issue. We've got to make another team. Yeah, that's not going to fix the problem at all. Yeah, Ceruledge actually does not work. Anyway, though, we didn't run into on this team. I'm not going to wish you luck. No, I don't want you to get lucky. So let's lead with Zama. Start off with a light screen. I do think Swoobat's the move this game. I think, okay, that's really annoying. Let's reflect. Thunderwave is unfortunate. It's going to be kind of tough for us to get past. How does Ceruledge do into a Mega Pinsir? I think that might be what comes in here. Yeah. Ceruledge, how you doing, buddy? We can go Treads to get up rocks and Scout if it has EQ. Okay, interesting. It's just going to go for Frustration. Let's see what it does now. EQ. All right, fair enough. Go into Rillaboom on that. If that, well, I do want to kind of keep Treads around. Let's go into Rillaboom. Okay, interesting Slowbro. I'm down to just click Woodhammer, see if we can get a kill. I know Pinsir doesn't want to come in here. Nothing else on your team really wants to come in here. So this looks like a pretty fine situation for me. Okay. Let's Superpower. Most Magnezone aren't going to outspeed this. Woodhammer indicates a bulky Magnezone as well, so I would not expect an HP invested Scarf Magnezone. That would be pretty insane. And like Superpower is going to do a lot, as is Woodhammer. Although with grassy terrain up, Ceruledge actually looks great here. Okay, fine. I'll SD here. EQ's doing almost nothing. Okay, interesting Hydreigon to enter there. Makes sense though. Let's go into Zama, I suppose. This could be bad if this thing starts nasty plotting. Okay, just a Dark Pulse that looks like Scarf damage. Let's go for Reflect here. I'm expecting Pinsir to just come in. Pinsir looks terrifying at this point in the game, by the way. I think we can go Ceruledge again, and then we probably hit Big Ghostium to catch the incoming Hydreigon, which will do a really good chunk. Yeah, that'll do a really good chunk. Yep, let's just make sure we click the powerful one, and let's catch this Hydreigon. Yeah, this is going to do, I think this might even do enough to put us into range of Shadow Sneak. Let's see. Looks like not quite. 56% chance to kill is what I'm seeing on the calc. I don't really trust that one bit. I think we switch into Zamazenta here, try to get up a light screen. I really would like to get those Stealth Rocks removed. That'd be cool. It's light screen. Probably my biggest concern at this stage is the Pinsir. There's a very real world where that just sweeps us. Can Ceruledge still come in and tank an Earthquake here? There's no way this thing has any attack investment. It still does kill us, unfortunately. Let's go Rillaboom. I still think that's okay. Awesome. It doesn't go for the spin. Now we can go Ceruledge, and that actually looks really good. Let's see. If they spin here, that'd be awesome. Ooh, beautiful. Now we SD. They have no answer for this. If they click EQ here, we're actually in a really good spot. I think we can just win directly. Yeah, you don't have a Pokemon to deal with this here, dude. I don't think you do. I think we just sneak and go for the kill. No problem with that. Chips the Pinsir, which is our biggest problem. Ceruledge goes down. Totally a fine trade for the pickle we were in. And I think we can, this is a really good time to just go into our treads because we live every hit. I don't think it'll have close combat with Earthquake. They usually do one or the other, and then we can rapid spin here. And we can also deny the Excadrill rapid spinning, which is equally, if not more important. And we should be able to just win with Ogerpon. But let's Earth Power this Slowbro here. Make sure it doesn't get healthy again. Okay, it's just going to port. Fine. Let's just Earth Power. I don't think this thing's going to start boosting up on me, so I'm not really scared of it. Okay, that is super AV. Yeah, you are 1,000,000,000% AV. How much is Swoobat taking? Still too much. We can CM though, and then stored power at least. And if they go into drill, we can CM more times and then just sweep the entire team. Yeah, that did not nearly as much as I thought it would. Let's stored power here. I'm tempted to Calm Mind again for the incoming Slowbro possibility. Okay, I wish we did that, but it happens. Yeah, because now, okay, I'm starting to get worried about the Pinsir. Let's go Ogerpon because they're definitely just going to click Teleport here. And we do, yeah, or Switch works too. Let's Ivy Cudgel here. We are not going to ever, ever, ever let you come back, this Pinsir. This Pinsir is scary. It could still, at this point, with Quick Attack, totally ruin our day. Especially now that Swoobat's paralyzed. This game's not over. Yeah, I'll just glide here. Okay, Slowbro's done. That's a big win for sure. We're not out of the woods yet, though. Could we kill Excadrill with a superpower if it's max HP? That is the question. Probably. So I think we do go Rillaboom here. Okay, there's just the Drain Punch. We can click Woodhammer here. Do a nice double down. And then we can go into the Ogerpon to finish this game. Should be fine. Should be a fine way to finish this game. Yeah, we just need to make sure there's never a scenario where Excadrill gets to Rapid Spin, because then we could very much lose to this Pinsir. Let's see what they go for. Oh, beautiful. Okay. If they kill us, awesome. Perfect. We are totally in the clear now. We can just click Glide and win the game. Yeah. Drill never, can't outspeed us and never survives an Ivy Cudgel. I don't think even Max Fizdef can. Maybe Max Fizdef. Max Fizdef is super likely to die, even then, and I don't think it's Max Fizdef. Pro switching? I don't know what he means by that. Maybe it's a compliment. GG. Thanks? I think I'm going to say thanks. I think that was a compliment. Okay, this Ceruledge did not fix our problem, so let's see if we can find something that does. Like Mega Altaria would, but it would cause other issues. Mega Gardevoir is definitely not the answer. How did I solve this problem with like other hyper offense teams? Let me get some inspiration from my past here. Like we tried Hatterene. I guess Hatterene is one way, but it's too similar to Swoobat, so I don't think that would work here. Altaria is one way. This team, I guess Goldengo. Goldengo's the way we've done it. CM Feeny. Okay, that's the way we've done it. CM Lele, I think is what we did there. So Combine Tapus, that's basically what we did. Mega Altaria doesn't really fix the problem because the only really good Mega Altaria sets are Dragon Dance. And that can't beat Zama, basically. Can't beat Zama. Iron Moth does not beat ID Zama, not really. Like Ival, kinda doesn't help us with fire types at all, though. Because currently ID Roar actually just ends our entire gaming career. Like I guess maybe like running a Latios on a grassy terrain hyper offense just feels so garbage. Like it really does. It feels terrible. Maybe there's another version of this team where we go with Screens Zama, but run like a CM Coco. I could see this being kind of good. Maybe Electrium as well. And then like Electric Seed. Doesn't really work great though because there's no pivoting component. Could be we also drop the grassy terrain being important for the entire team thing and just have it be like an LO Rillaboom that we use before we bring in the Swoobat. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe we have to ditch the Wellspring is the way. Yeah, this is tricky. Zama's just so tough for hyper offense teams. It's always such a challenge. I guess we can do this. No, but then like if it's Roar, it just roars out the Z Celebrate Victini. Let's just go one more game for now, because we don't have much time left. Let's go just one game more with the Zard version, because that was actually pretty good. I think Zard fit well other than Zama. Hope we don't run into an ID Zama. If we do, play our Swoobat smarter. And go for that. And we'll have that be our last game of the day. Problem with gold is our team has no fire resist and no ghost resist. So if we go gold, it makes every problem we have worse. Yeah, I think probably next time we try the Coco angle. I think this is fun, but I don't think it's doable. What about Willow on Zardex? Well, then that... I mean, ID Zama still does a ton of damage to it, so you might just die immediately, and it might also substitute. But assuming it doesn't substitute, and it doesn't just kill you immediately, also, even if it's burned, with plus defense, it can kind of run through the entire team. But it's also just bad, right? Like, Wisp, Zardex doesn't want Wisp in 90% of matchups. So it's... For a lot of reasons, we're not going to put Wisp on our Zardex. Alright, here we go. Final game. It's a Tinglu. Tinglu, Gambit, Curep. Swoobat's not looking too good this one, folks. I'm sorry to say it. Sorry to say it. What does look good this game? Zard looks pretty darn good this game. Outrage looks good. Flare Blitz looks good. Ogre Pawn. We have superpower, so Ogre Pawn looks pretty darn good too. But it doesn't outspeed Zard, which we've got to be aware of. Probably leading with Zama's fine. Just go for light screen. Hopefully we don't get paralyzed. I'm okay with eating a big hurricane, but getting paralyzed would be really bad here. Okay, we don't even have to eat a hurricane. That's extra awesome. I think we do set up a Reflect. Okay, awesome. They just switch out into Tusk. I didn't expect that, but I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to go into Ogre Pawn here. I think we just SD right off the bat. I think if they had T-Wave, they would have clicked it on Zama. Cool. I'm super happy. And it's Scarf Freeze Dry. Please don't get frozen. Thank heavens they didn't freeze us. So we get that. We could just attack this Zapdos and do a really good chunk here. Depending on the set, we might even have a shot to kill. I think that's probably worth it. Oh, almost clicked that. Oh, they're really fast and they have Heat Wave. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, that's a fast Zapdos. I think I'm okay to go into Treads. We can rock up first and then spin next turn. Okay, this is actually great because we can Earth Power on this guy, and I don't think they'll expect us to have a special move. We can EP again. Let's see what the attack will be. Oh, they outspeed us now. That was short-sighted of me. We can go into Rillaboom here, though. I don't think they'll click Ice Spinner. That would take some serious balls to click Ice Spinner. Yeah. I think I will just Glide here. Okay, they go into Charizard. That is pretty scary. I think we go hard Zama on that. Is Zard Y? We can set up a light screen here. And then this can transition pretty well into our Zard. But okay, they're going to switch out. Defense boosting Tusk. Good to know. We can set up a Reflect here. Honestly, Swoobat, right? I mean, how much is Swoobat taking from an Ice Spinner? Can't be much. 28, yeah, we can... No, but then Tinglu just comes in and whirlwinds us so easily. How much is Treads taking from a Headlong Rush? Chance to 2-hit KO, not a good chance. Could go into Zard. Could go into Zard. I think I want to go Treads and try to get these hazards off the field first. I think that'd be really good. If they Headlong here, we could kill next turn with a... Steel Beam as well. That's an option. Not a bad option. Okay, we survive as expected. Beautiful. Actually, I think we can kill with an Earth Power, which is why I don't think they'll stay in. So I want to rock. They did stay in. They clicked that again. Very interesting. I think Zard. I'm okay to go Zard DD. Fine by me. I think we Terra Dragon Outrage here. I think we need this. I think we need this chip. Let's see what you do. Whirlwind, please don't drag out Swoop. Oh, I was like, please, we can kill, we can CC. We just don't bring out Swoobat. Anything, and then it's just Swoobat immediately. Absolutely tragic. Obviously, I'll see. Okay, I was hoping to get aggressive there and catch them, kind of, you know, thinking they wouldn't expect it, but didn't go our way. CC again. This is max, probably max HP, max defense Tusk. Probably bold. It's probably, no, it did 26. So this could be, I mean, what is it? Max HP, 0 defense? Could it have done that much? Could have done that little? No, couldn't have done that little. So this is a situation which it's very, very probable to be a roll, which is scary. I think we desperately need a reflect in this endgame, so I'm going to click that. I don't think we can get away with this endgame without a reflect. Zard X is definitely our win condition here. Okay. Obviously that's not good, but what were we going to do, right? I don't think a light screen. I think it's more important to try to kill this Tusk than to get up a light screen. We do not get the kill. Obviously that sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe we should have set lights, but no, we could have killed the Tusk, then set a light screen. I think that was a fair play. It just ended up going badly. We're in a bad spot, and we needed to make desperate plays, and didn't pay off. I think we go for a glide here to make sure we don't get Ice Spinnered on, so we could potentially do something with, like, Last Mon Swoobat situation. How much is Swoobat taking from... It's going to take so much from a Zardwai Weather Ball. Yeah, we're getting obliterated by that. We can U-turn. I think we just lose to this, honestly. Go Zardax. They might want to, like, preserve this. No, they're just going to click Scorching Sands. Yeah, it'll do too much. It'll just do too much. Yeah. I guess we should have set up a light screen in retrospect. I don't know, though. I was really hoping we could just kill the Tusk. Based on the last roll we saw, we could kill the Tusk, and it would have been pretty nice to get that kill. Maybe I think playing desperate was probably the right call there. Unfortunate how it ended up. I don't know. So verdict on Swoobat, I'm not sure. I think the surrounding team was just kind of bad. I feel like there is also, we could go the Keyberry route, but I think that's bad too. I think you need that immediate boost. So probably Screens Coco plus Swoobat is what we'll try next time. There will be a part 2. Oh, I meant to say, yeah, apparently I said Terra Dragon Outrage. I meant Mega Evolution Outrage. Yeah, the problem with the situation at the end there is if we went for Reflect, Tusk's... if we just went for like a light screen there, Tusk clicking Rapid Spin into Headlong would have killed us. And then we couldn't have gone Zard because it was a speed boosted Tusk. And then we would have had to go... Yeah, it would have been pretty bad at the end there. Well, I guess we could have light screen and then gone Rilla. I don't know, maybe not clicking light screen was a throw. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. But yeah, overall, I think the surrounding team was bad. I don't think grassy terrain works that well. Like, Ogerpon's obviously really good. Oh my gosh, something or other. Ending the stream with a crazy 50 gift membership donation. Thank you so much for the generosity. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Wow. Ending with a bang from something or other. The Oil Baron returns. Thank you so much. Bro has money to spend. They do indeed. That is so generous. This has been an incredibly generous stream from you guys. Thank you to everyone who donated. And also thank you to everyone who was just here watching. I appreciate that a lot as well. Yeah, ultimately, I think it's impossible to support Swoobat and Screens and Grassy Terrain And I just don't think, I think Rillaboom was super disappointing almost the entire time. As a choice band Pokemon with right support, I think it's great. I don't think it can stand on its own though. So I believe next time we try a Screens Tapu Koko. Whoops. Koko, which the problem being, I think Zama's a much better screen setter than Koko. But it will give us the opportunity to use Swoobat. Is that strong enough to justify it? Or we also could use, of course, Zama, a different offensive Koko set, and a Swoobat. So there are a couple options we could try. I think Swoobat, its performance was pretty good. I think Roost is the move, is what we learned today. Roost is the move. Are you willing to count how much money you got in total? I'd be willing to do it. Like, I'm not going to, but also keep in mind, YouTube takes, like a crazy, YouTube takes 30% of all, donations. So how much I actually get will be cut down a bit, but it's still a lot. Something or other saying I never get one. It's crazy that Something or Other does not have a membership. They've donated like 1,000 memberships and they don't have one. But yeah, yeah, thank you so much, Something or Other. That's incredible. And glad we got a lot of people in chat gifted memberships. But yeah, I think we can try Koko next time. It's so frail. I'm just not sure about it, but dang, it's so, it's just, I think Ting Lu was honestly the biggest issue. Ting Lu ultimately was the biggest issue for next time. Notes for next time. Ting Lu was ultimately the biggest issue. I think Swoobat needs to be paired with Pokemon that force KOs. Guess. Force KOs to soften up team. Maybe things that can chip and KO Ting Lu. More likely, we just need to make sure we match up well into Ting Lu teams. Swoobat is extremely inconsistent, but sometimes just goes crazy and sweeps. Must find a team that's okay with that level of inconsistency. Potentially pair with Zama Screen Setter plus Elo, Rillaboom, and Swoobat as only abuser instead of having Terrain Extender, Rilla, and multiple Reliant Pokemon. Could also go Koko plus screens. Or, I believe, does Bulu get screens? I think it does. I don't know where Bulu is. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it doesn't. Let me check it quickly. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's kind of an option. Or Bulu plus screens. Or I guess screens Koko. But yeah, could go screens Koko or screens Bulu, but Zama seems generally like a much better screen setter. Possibly offensive Z Koko with U-turn. CM could be good on screens. Alternatively, run Swoobat without screens on an offensive, on an HO team with a Tapu Koko, Rilla, but it probably needs screen support. These are just some notes for myself next time, so I can kind of think about what I want to pair it with. This team, the problem with this team is that it just didn't do well enough. It needed more. Because the problem is, if we look at this, we got support Pokemon, support. We had 3 support Pokemon, and then we had Ogerpon, Zardex, and Swoobat. When you have only 3 Pokemon that are sweeping, they need to be pretty consistent. And Swoobat, we just encounter games where it's like, this does nothing. So we're effectively working with 2 sweepers, which is kind of unacceptable. So that is what I think made this team bad. On top of it having defensive issues, like being terrible to T-Spikes, and, you know, being terrible to ID Zama. There were a lot of cases in which we just couldn't really get the team started because we only had like 2 Pokemon that could actually do anything. And that's what I suspect. That's what I suspect the problem is. But once I'll answer again. Somebody asking why treat Swoobat like Teapot, like why not treat Swoobat like Poltegeist. Reason being, Swoobat is not grounded, so you can still use priority moves on it. And also, because it's not grounded, it does not get the Psychic type power boost to its stored power. And Psychic Seed boosts special defense, which Swoobat can already do with Calm Mind. So we more so need a physical defense boost. That's the really important thing. We need a physical defense boost because that's the one we don't boost up with Calm Mind. A special defense boost is not nearly as useful and leaves us vulnerable to just priority and every other physical attacker to just come in and shut Swoobat down immediately. But okay, thank you guys very much for joining. I'll try to time this right. Thank you very much. We'll end this in 3, 2, 1.